so let's read through this question, then I'll respond to it. So this is from a Cavos. It said, thanks for your video. I have a Peugeot 206. The battery was changed recently, and I noticed that cables were loose as the car did not start. I tightened the cable on the battery and it started okay. The AC has been starting with very good performance and on several occasions, but it did not start. And then again, start working properly. It seems that there is a loose connection somewhere. I look up BSI reset, but I'm not sure that AC is controlled by BSI. I think your suggestion that there might be a connected problem is more reasonable. Could you please show me where exactly the fan AC connector is located? If the BSI reset might help. Thanks again. Okay, 206. Um, well, first thing you need to do is to find out whether your car, the 206, has a BSI in it. Uh, I I can't confirm if all of them have, because 206 was produced almost at the same time with 406. Um, so most likely, especially the early D9, not all early D9 have BSI unit. So it's possible that same applies to 206. So you need to be sure that your 206 also has a BSI unit, which you should find under the steering wheel. Just check behind the fuse box under the steering wheel to know if the BSI is there. As long as the is factory left-hand drive. Um, because I do know, for example, 406, the fuse box will be on the driver's position, the original driver's position, um, or steering wheel position. So if it's originally right-hand drive, I can't remember the 206 one, but I'll expect it to be on the right side. So my point is, you just look for the BSI, the fuse box, or okay, just look for the BSI unit where originally the or where it, just look for where the original steering wheel uh, should be. So it should be there. Or just look for the fuse box. Once you find the fuse box that is inside the vehicle, not the fuse box in the engine bay, then look for another thing that looks like fuse box. Should be behind the BSI or around it. Okay, if it has a BSI, then your BSI need to have control over the compressor. You are not saying compressor, you just say AC. So that makes it, because AC has a lot of components that makes it a system. So you said the AC sometimes the compressor. I'm not sure I understand you clearly. You say sometimes the AC starts, sometimes it doesn't start. It starts working well, sometimes it doesn't. The reset BSI reset will, I don't think it will have effect in if your BSI is fault is the cause of your compressor not coming up. Doing the reset will not solve it. There's a relay inside it that usually fail or start having partial contact. Sometimes when you open up the BSI, you saw that the relay start working well, or you replace the relay, it start working again. So but you need to be sure that's the problem. You need to rule out other things. Um Now it all depends on the model of your 206. Um you need to rule out uh, there's a 206 that uses one module, AC fan module, to control the fan. So if that module fails, I can't guarantee that your compressor will work. I cannot guarantee if it fails. I'm not sure yet, but I can't guarantee because It's supposed to work with the compressor, because my point is, if the fan doesn't come up, your compressor shouldn't run. If the radiator fan does not work, your alternator should not, your compressor shouldn't come up, or it shouldn't start spinning, because that will really way to protect the system. But if the fan, the engine cooling fan stop working, so if yours is controlled by that fan module, looks like external resistor. For 206 is actually mounted around, for the 206 that uses that fan module to control the engine cooling fan. It should be around, where is it even mounted? It should be around the brake booster, around that master cylinder. I think that's where it's mounted on 206. While 406 is somewhere, um, somewhere around, depending on the model, should be somewhere around the battery, the car battery, beside or behind the car battery, beside the car battery. You see, like I said, it all depends on the model of the production year. Um, but then if yours, because there are some 206 that uh, the cooling fans are controlled by the engine ECU. So in that case, you not see that module. So there are a lot of things you need to rule out. You know, likewise, the AC gas pressure sensor or switch, the sensor actually, is also attached on, now depending on the model of your 206, it should be on the AC dryer. Now if your 206 doesn't, the late models, I don't think they have that, the sensor are attached on the AC condenser, especially the CAN bus, the ones with the CAN bus wiring system. You need to find out. It's a long see, that's the thing. When I don't know the wiring system of your vehicle, I'll just be speaking blindly. That's why most time I always tell people, when you want to seek for make an inquiry, I need full details. So I'll know exactly I need to understand your car wiring system first, so I know use the knowledge I have about that system to be able to offer solutions. Otherwise, you'll be beating about the bush. We will just be wasting time trying to explain every wiring system and their peculiarities in terms of what could cause that same issue or symptom. So that's why, if not, this video would have ended by now. So there are so many systems. It also see they don't have the same wiring system. Some have BSI, some don't. Some have AC fan control module, some don't. Some have uh, external dryer, independent of the condenser. Some don't. So all these things. So these are the things that work with the compressor, or that will determine whether the compressor will come up. Because if that AC gas pressure sensor is bad, the compressor will not work. Or if the connector to the sensor is bad, the compressor will not work. And if you bypass your AC compressor from factory connection, then all these things I'm saying will not matter anymore, because they can only work well if they are all factory connected. But once you bypass the compressor and it's connected to maybe external, um call it thermostat, okay, yeah, external thermostat per se, from the factory one that is inside the vehicle, or run a different connection to switch or output. So many things. So I can't say for sure. I don't know your problem, to know where the problem is, but it can be solved. Sometimes the best way to start to do the diagnosis is to scan. When you scan with PP2000, if it's the sensor, it will show there. If it's the that's a gas pressure sensor, you see it. It will be telling you that your gas pressure is very low, or something. There's a problem with, yeah, there are gas, because once there's a low gas pressure in your system, your compressor will not run. So if the switch has a problem, or the connector to the switch has a problem, it will be reporting that something is wrong with the pressure of gas on your system, or with that sensor itself. So in that case, you focus on the sensor. um So since you say it works intermittently, that's how that sensor behaves. If it's faulty, or the connector is faulty, sometimes it comes up, sometimes it will not. Um, what else can do that? The BSI unit can do that too. If the relay and the BSI unit starts to pack up, it means sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not. It will not work. Um, what else? Then some models, the ignition key. You see that not the key itself, the switch, ignition switch, 206 and 406 most especially. I think 406 I know for a fact, but 206 I haven't had issue where I needed to diagnose it up to that point. But 406, most of them, especially D9, the ignition switch has a connection to the AC compressor. So that the switch, that one we normally call fiber. Those of us that use 504, 505 will understand what I mean. But there's a problem there. There's one wire there that also powers the compressor. It will not work. Um, that it means your compressor will not work. So in that case, you need to change that fiber. I think is it not the D8, the D9? I think both of them. So those are the things that can actually make your AC compressor not to work as when everything is factory connected. So all these things I'm saying because there are so many systems. They all have different systems. So it'd be difficult for me to start explaining each and every one of them. It will make this video to last more than 1 hour or 2 hours. I really don't have that energy. So because number one, I don't even know your system, whether everything is safe factory. Because it's not factory, it's just a waste of time. It means you have to now figure it out what is making it. Since it's not factory, if it's factory, that's how all these things are explained. Then we'll be able to help you. Like I mentioned in the video you commented on, the blower resistor can also cut off the um, power supply to the compressor, or the connector to the resistor, blower resistor. So you need to check all those things, rule them out. Um, so I hope this video helps. I know it might not really answer your question, but uh, what I've just explained is if everything's all connection to the compressor have not been tampered, they are say as factory design, then it's all start ruling out everything I've mentioned by first of all find out what system is your 206 electrical system, what system is it. From there, you now know whether there's need for you to check whether it has a compressor. No, it has a BSI unit. You can physically check for that BSI unit. It has the external AC fan control module. The one, like again, the one that have that AC fan control module, they don't use BSI unit to control the external fan in front of the radiator. But the one that have what am I trying to say? Is it all the ones that don't have BSI in that does? No, it might not necessarily be the one that have BSI in it. Not necessarily that. You see, it's the system. Let me not just waste your time. If it's something, there are some things that are better explain. That when I look at this, like for example, I see your engine bay, I can be able to tell. If I look at your plug-in system, I can tell. I know position of that control module. I know. Okay, your sister has that one, so we'll start from there. So honestly, I'm not sure this will help you out. You just need an expert to be able to guide you very well. I'm just speaking blindly because it was I think it was is like 407, where basically almost all every their wiring systems are standard. You know, at least all the four cylinder petrol. This is almost the same thing I'm talking about when it comes to the compressor. Yeah, because AC system, they're basically standard. But 206, 406, they are not. So you see, they use different wiring systems, connections, and the rest. So different components. So I can't really, it's not something I can explain clearly with it. So I will probably will need pictures and to go online to start to pick those pictures. Oh no, I don't have the time. So, but those who their own have that complete everything is still intact, and if you can figure it out, maybe this video will help you to know how to diagnose this kind of intermittent compressor working issue on Peugeot 206. Okay.